Hey, welcome back. It's another book talk with Tracy. And today I'm talking about my children's book, The Sleepytown Express. And as you can see, I'm in my little spare bedroom art studio, surrounded by the paintings for this book. As you can see, I've got several of them on display here. This is actually the first one that I did. Oops, sorry. It's a painting of the Jack and Jill on Pumpkin Pie Hill. But in any case, I was the illustrator for this book. I didn't actually write the words. It actually is an old song written in the 1930s by a man named Haven Gillespie. And Haven Gillespie was a songwriter back in the 30s, and he wrote, his most famous work was Santa Claus is Coming to Town, so I'm sure you've all heard that one. But one of his less famous songs is this one here, The Sleepytown Express. And so I illustrated this book based on that song because it has a really special place in my family and in my heart. My mom used to sing it to me when I was a little girl, and she sang it to all of her kids and her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. It goes, "Come on all you kiddies, put your playthings down. Take a trip with me on a jubilee down to Sleepytown." I won't sing the rest, but it was a favorite. It was one that she sang to everybody. And so, you know, through our family, we have all these kind of different versions, a little bit different words because, you know, people remembered it differently. I certainly remembered it differently than when I actually started researching to do the illustrations for this book, and I found the actual sheet music, and it was slightly different than what I remembered as a child. But still, the core of it was there. And it just you know, it was so special that I just really wanted to honor my mom by illustrating this children's book. And in fact, you know, I don't want to be too melodramatic, but when my mom died, she was in a nursing home for quite some time with dementia, and she didn't remember any of us. I didn't live nearby, so there was quite a long time between visits. And we knew that she was probably going to go soon. And so I flew, I lived in the Yukon at the time, flew to Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, where she was. And you know, the rest of the family had been taking their turns sitting with her and all that. And I arrived, and I hadn't seen her for quite some time, and it was my turn. I said, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm going to stay the night and sit up with her through the night. And so, you know, everybody else left to go have a little rest and get some respite. And she actually died that night when I was sitting with her. And I was just so grateful for that time that I had with her. But right toward the end, I was sitting beside her bed, holding her hand, and basically singing this song. I sang her into heaven with the Sleepytown Express. And so that really got me thinking about that song and sort of the importance of it. Now, to go further, you won't even believe this part, but my sisters, I have two sisters, and I have a couple of female cousins on my mom's side, and they all reported waking up in the middle of the night to the Sleepytown Express. I don't know. I don't know what that means, and I don't know what was happening in the spiritual realm. But my cousins and my sisters woke up to somebody singing the Sleepytown Express at the exact moment that I was sitting with my mom singing it to her as she was ushered into heaven. And that also was a very impactful experience for me. And so that's when I started thinking about illustrating this book in memory of Mom. I didn't do it right away. She died in January of 2007. And, it took me quite a few years I did sketches and various things. And as I said, this painting is the first one that I did. And then it kind of just went from there. And the first version of this book came out in, I think, 2013 or 2014. But I did republish it in 2016 with a nicer hardcover. Now, speaking of republishing it, it's bright pink, as you can see. I'm not sure why I made the sky pink, but that's just what happened when I did my illustrations, and the cover seemed to go with it. But I had more recently a few people say to me, I really love that book, and I don't want to be sexist or gender, worry about gender issues and things, but it would be really nice if it was not so pink, if I wanted to give it to a boy. And I thought about that, and I thought, yeah, you know what? A nice blue cover would be a perfect baby boy gift. So I did just republish that in 2021 in a blue cover, but it's the same book. It's the same illustrations, whether it's in pink or in blue. And it's just a really special book for me. So I wanted to share that with you today. I wanted to share how this book came to be, why I did the illustrations, and hopefully you'll respond in some way. You can purchase it online, of course, different places, but that's not what it's all about, is it? It's about the heart. So thank you for joining me for Book Talk today. You can visit me online at my website, tracykrause.com. And that's all for today. God bless.